Leo Duran, M.D., Ph.D., M.Ph., 1956 to 2021, A Soul's Journey to Hell. A nightmarish tale of a physician narcissist who was also a psychopath. His journey through the 20 aerial toll houses. A tale of demonic possession and narcissists. Pay attention to the eyes. In the tell-all book, Never Die With Your Pants Around Your Ankles, The Death of Vegas' Notorious Doc, a prescription for hell. In case you don't know, Quora is a forum for people to discuss all kinds of topics. And this one happens to be about narcissists and how evil they are. A brilliant woman in Malta is a business owner, and she's very prolific. In the answer to the question, are narcissists demonically possessed? Numerous people wrote yes, but Dorothy Sciortino went into specifics. She wrote that narcissists are fake 24/7. And so was the psychopath John List, who I blog about, and Harry Leo Duran, the Notorious Doc. Sciortino also writes, quote, their acting is at an Oscar-winning level, end quote. I couldn't have written anything better, so I needed to quote her. Evil eye, which is also called mal ojo. Dorothy witnessed that the same as I did, and she wrote, and I'm really surprised to find this, that narcissists get, quote, unique satisfaction after raging, end quote. Harry Leo Duran's medical files are filled with intermittent rage disorder comments. She goes on to write, quote, the level of raging is not human. They are not human whilst they rage, end quote. And I wrote, you have to see it to believe it, and I saw it very, very often. Narcissists don't just gaslight, they do it to perfection. And I saw a lot of people write that, including Jackson McKenzie. She writes, their endless hatred. Please watch my other videos in this series. And then Dorothy goes on to say, quote, their endless strategies to destroy you if you are the hated one, end quote. Please buy my tell-all book for screenshots of text messages threatening me with annihilation. Jane Caves called her ex Satan, as did someone using the name Peaches. Peaches wrote, and I quote, he went into a rage and started frothing at the mouth. Saw that a few times, evil, end quote. By the way, I saw my boss do that at University of Texas, El Paso. Frothed. Spit on people in bloody rages, he did. The Notorious Doc could flip the switch in seconds, was really scary. He could be frothing at the mouth and lunging at me. The phone would ring. It would be a business call. And he'd go, oh, hello, hi, thank you. Yes, everything's fine. Mm-hmm. Yvette Burnett concurred and wrote that narcissists are proof that there are evil forces in the world. For more about this, go on to Quora. It's all over the place, and people are quite graphic in their descriptions of demonic possession. As I said, here's someone named Julie Olson, and she believes that narcissism is demonic possession, but that some people are just so cancerous that they have become demons themselves. Julie adds that they take, quote, immense pride in carrying out their, quote, sadistic actions. Quote, the worst damage and destruction that they can possibly inflict on, and I'm leaving this blank. You can fill that in with soulmate, spouse, child, immediate family member, and then continue on with what she wrote. Quote, the happiest and full of satisfaction and pride they feel. As Jean replied that it is no coincidence that those of us who have been on the receiving end of the narcissist behavior all use the same keywords. And as Jean wrote, quote, venom, toxic, poison, and pure evil. In my tell-all book, I found Alex Larson's quote just spot on. The question was, have you ever seen black eyes of a narcissist? Alex then goes on to call it the stare of death. Quote, since the narc has per se no soul, it feels empty and dark. It does feel like you are being drained by the devil. It feels like you're falling, like how it feels when you fall from the 80th floor in a dream, and every second feels like terror. Alex experienced the same burning into his soul that the Notorious Doc inflicted upon his victims. I wasn't the only one. And Alex saw the same, quote, satisfied smirk on his face after seeing Alex's reaction, quote, they love the effect they have, and you can almost touch the energies of fear when they let their mask fall off and they stare at you. I had to fix a few typos. The man was writing, or woman, and it could be Alex, or never mind. Skip that part. Move on to the next slide. The best quote, and the most detailed and scariest of them all, was written by a man named Todd Schuyler, a lawyer in Atlanta, Georgia. He wrote a lengthy description called A Narcissist's Eyes. Schuyler believes that narcissists appear to have, quote, highly sensitive pupils. When they are raging, their eyes seem to hyperdilate. The Notorious Doc's eyes would go from brown to jet black. Schuyler has a friend who he calls a narcissist, and the friend apparently knows this. Not that he knows that people call him a narcissist, he knows he's a narcissist. And he knows that his eyes turn black like a great white shark, so he wears sunglasses both outdoors and indoors. Schuyler noticed that his friend's eyes, quote, this is really frightening, listen to this, did not have what I call the spark of life. Read this. I'm not going to try to paraphrase this. This is verbatim quote. Nonetheless, my friend had said so many people had commented on his strikingly enlarged pupils that he began to feel more comfortable wearing sunglasses virtually all the time. And there are more people getting the courage to speak out on Quora and other forums. Here's just a screenshot. If you Google eyes of a narcissist, and this is what comes up. Have you seen the black eyes of a narcissist? Has anyone noticed the narcissists have cold, dead eyes? How does it feel to look at narcissists with their odd blank stares? Why do narcissists' eyes go black? Does letting a narcissist chase you give you more respect in their eyes? Why do the eyes of narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths look dead? To be continued.